Today, climate change isn't on the agenda in American politics. Many of Trump's cabinet members are ex-oil industry managers and climate change deniers. Trump's Attorney General Jeff Sessions halted an investigation into ExxonMobil. Energy Secretary Rick Perry and head of the Environmental Protection Agency Scott Pruitt don't believe climate change exists.
Science tells us that the climate is changing, and then human activity in some manner impacts that change. The ability to measure with precision the degree and extent of that impact and what to do about it are subject to continuing debate and dialogue.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, former CEO of ExxonMobil, believes that climate change is still under debate.
There is no model that has yet been developed that scientists would say is competent at predicting the future.
And President Trump is dreaming of clean coal.
Today, I'm taking bold action to follow through on that promise. My administration is putting an end to the war on coal. Going to have clean coal, really clean coal.
In June 2017, he announces to pull out of the global climate agreement.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Climate change deniers are now setting the tone in Washington. The day after Donald Trump's election, ExxonMobil started suing Carol Muffett. The aim is to force Muffett to disclose his contacts. His staff member, Stephen Feit, is concerned about their future research.
What was it like when you got that subpoena the day after the election?
Well, the remarkable thing is it was surprising, but not really surprising. I mean, we knew when we started this work that they would come after us, and they would come after us hard.
I remember reading the email that you sent alerting us to the subpoena and thinking, oh, there's nothing I can do, and just wondering what can we do, what happens now?
The real irony of waking up on the morning after Donald Trump was elected and having a subpoena from Exxon that day, it was striking. And it really pointed to the whole new world, the dark world that we've entered in this work. I'm concerned that the instruments of power, the instruments of government, were turned into a circus in defense of a single large corporation. I'm concerned that the person who is now our Attorney General tried to stop a federal investigation into Exxon. I'm concerned that the person who's now the head of our Environmental Protection Agency tried to stop the state investigations into Exxon. We now have not only a Republican Congress, not only a Republican House aligned against us, we have a Republican White House led by a president who is an avowed climate denialist. So what's that like? It suggests we've got a long way to go.
Around 1/3 of the members of the U.S. Congress are climate change deniers.
They are laughable. It is laughable to have a member of Congress walk in to the floor of Congress on a snowy day and hold up a snowball and say, because it snowed today, climate change doesn't exist. That is ridiculous. It is laughable, and it is sad.
Decades of misinformation and cover-ups, combined with targeted lobbying, has meant that oil companies have been able to thwart any effective legislation against climate change.
What makes this the biggest scandal that I can imagine is it didn't happen only in the U.S. The reason that Smoke and Fumes points to a scandal of massive scale is because literally everyone on the planet is affected by it, and everyone in future generations for 100 years to come and potentially more is affected by it. The scale of it in economic costs, in cost to biodiversity, in cost to human lives and human rights is truly incalculable.